Hey y'all, welcome to Art of the Budget. My name's Nicole. My pronouns are she and her, and I live in the Pacific Northwest on the traditional unceded territory of the Coast Salish Nations. And it's the freaking weekend, so it's time to check in on our budget together. Before I get into that, I have been doing a little bit of reflection, and I just wanted to say, I took a look at my budget before I got started and realized that I'm over in a lot of areas. And, um, if you've been here a while, I don't stress about that too much. I don't have a high income, so I definitely have to make a lot of choices. And some months are just not months that I can do that, even if they're, so-called frivolous things. Like sometimes we need those things in our lives, and that's okay. But also this year, 2020, has been marked by quite a bit of numbness and just sort of like avoidance. And so again, it's fine. Everything is totally fine. I can look back 5 years ago when I had no plan at all, and being a little bit frivolous or going a little bit over budget meant a fee, or meant being worried my rent check wouldn't clear. And so very happy to be in a different place than that, but also just kind of realizing that it's been a tough year, both it's been a year where I've had to tighten up financially, and then it's also been emotionally difficult. And I'm sure this is the case for everyone, if they're even not in a worse situation. So, anyway, we're going to do the budget and we're going to see a little bit of red, and it's going to be totally fine. And if you're in this boat, also, it's going to be fine. We're just going to do our best and do better next time. I am looking forward to, first of all, being back at one of my side gigs, teaching and having a little bit more income in January, but also just being able to feel a little less numb. I've definitely felt that the last couple of months and feel like I'm coming back into my body. And so being able to look at my budget and plan a little bit better for both things that I need and my goals, but also things that I want, and being a little bit more, um, basically budgeting in more kindness to myself. So, with that over, let's get into the transactions. Um, okay, so first of all, I didn't add it earlier. Um, but I got my first paycheck. For some reason, I forgot to write paycheck one in there, but it was $1,533.79. And if you are new here, I put these in this category that doesn't really go anywhere. It's called next month. And when I reconcile at the end of the month, I'll check November's next month, and that is what I will reconcile with. So I use a generic number to budget from, and then I reconcile with the actual money that I made last month. Hopefully that made sense. Um, let's see. I made two purchases, somewhat frivolously. One is this really cool thing that I saw on TikTok. Yes, I made it maybe my first TikTok purchase. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that in fun. I don't know yet if this will be a gift or something I keep for myself. But I bought something called a reverse coloring book. So it's basically, I think, watercolor paintings or ink paintings, and then you actually use a pen to go in and draw on top of it. And I am just really intrigued by this, and it's a kind of local person that that's up in northern Washington. And so I don't know, I just like had to have it. So $29.99. I'm gonna put this in fun. Normally it would go in, actually, do I have any money in 2% for art? Oh, I'm doing that instead. Okay, so I'm still gonna be a little over, but I'm putting this in 2% for art. So let's go ahead and take this out and do 2% for art. Yeah, okay. That was $29.99, and that includes shipping. I really considered maybe driving up to pick it up, but like we're still in a pandemic, so no. Um, I let's see. Oh, I got I wasn't in the All right, I got a little confused myself a little bit for a second there, but here we're back in transactions. And then the next thing I got was from Amazon.jp, which is Japan's Amazon. And I actually bought it in November, but I do not think that I recorded it. That happens every once in a while where I somehow missed recording it, though y'all know I'm like a every single transaction person, but it happens sometimes. And I couldn't find it recorded in November, so I would rather record it twice than not record it, if that makes sense. So it was $29.83 and it was for, that is definitely going in fun. So $29.83 in fun. It was for a planner, which I'm going to do a video just to do like a little walkthrough on this planner, but it's a planner that I had for a few years. I found it when I lived in Japan, and then one year um, my ex-partner, but who was living there at the time. Wait, does that make sense? Anyway, graciously found it and sent it to me. And I searched everywhere. Oh, there was a year where I found it at an American store that was selling imported Japanese planners. And anyway, I searched everywhere and I couldn't find it. And then I got the wild idea to try Amazon Japan. I would rather give it to like a small store, but it's a really cool planner and I will show it to you later. But basically, spoiler alert, it is a month and a week at the same time. So you can see both, oops, oops, at the same time. So we'll do a walkthrough later. Okay, Chewy came through, so that's 7203 and that goes into Kittles. I got gas. That was 35.25. I was really pushing it there. The light didn't come on, but I was close. Internet came through, so that was 80. Phone came through, that was 60.10. I got actually flautas at a taco truck here, and that was, it's going to go into restaurants. That was 20.44. I do always leave a pretty large tip, or I mean that was like pretty normal tip, but anyway, so I'm realizing like when I eat out, it's always kind of expensive, even if it's cheaper food, but actually it wasn't that cheap, but it was very good. It was my first time trying that truck. Okay, and then this is going into fun. I went to Value Village, and that's it. It was $16.38. All right, I feel no shame. And then last but not least, I got a gift, and it is for my Secret Santa, and it is from Macy's, and we have a limit of $50, so I'm very close to that. It was $52.43, so that is going to go into gifts. All right, those are all my transactions for the week. I hope that you're having a great week. I totally forgot to say this at the beginning, but if you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are a regular, I appreciate you checking out my videos. And let me know down below how you are doing, and I will see you in the next video.